Now, welcome. What are you doing? We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some stuff. Because we're girly. We're not girly, man. Get out of here. Get out of my face.
And welcome to a podcast, The Movie, The Podcast. We're sitting here recording a bonus episode. I say we, it is myself, Tyler Weiss, and I'm sitting here with my brother, Calvin.
Hey, what's up?
And look, I know we don't ever really get political or anything like that on this podcast, but if you kind of want to know the time frame that we're actually recording this right now, as we speak, we have terrorists that have breached the Capitol building, and that'll kind of give you an idea of where we are in time right now. So crazy world that we live in right now. So the reason I actually brought Calvin over here to be able to record with us today is, obviously he's my little brother, and we grew up together, kind of watching the same movies. The other day, I purchased a specific movie, and if you've read the title of the podcast, you know the movie that we're going to be talking a little bit about today is Total Recall.
It's Arnold.
You do a way better Schwarzenegger impression than I do.
It's Arnold. He's coming to get you.
So we're going to be talking a little bit about Total Recall today, and just diving a little bit into just some movies in general, and some Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. So if you like Arnold movies and you like Total Recall, stick around. But yeah, Calvin, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So we've spent the vast majority of our lives watching the same movies, and for the vast majority of the movies that we watch, we kind of have similar opinions on things.
Most times. Sometimes we diverge.
What are some of them? We've gotten into some pretty heated.
Oh yeah, man.
Heated conversations.
Westworld.
Okay.
You didn't enjoy season 2.
Didn't enjoy season 2 or season 3.
I agree about season 3.
Yeah, season 3 is that's the reason why it should have been canceled after season 1. So
I like season 2. The other is that a lot of people disagree on is Ryan Johnson's episode was 8.
Yeah.
Is it Ryan Johnson?
Yeah, it's Ryan Johnson. Yeah.
I was one of the people that actually enjoyed that movie.
I have
you flat out been like, you're wrong.
Well, so my opinion on that has actually changed.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And the reason that my opinion on that has changed has been because of
Is it because of the shit show of the last one?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit about the shit show of the last one, but it's also about this whole idea that Ryan Johnson went into that with. I still don't like the changes that were made to be able to make that into a Star Wars, making that his own Star Wars movie.
Okay.
And, the whole disrespectful thing with the lightsaber. And
I didn't find it disrespectful.
Well, I know that you didn't find it disrespectful. Mark Hamill found it disrespectful. And ultimately, Luke Skywalker kind of has the final say on what is disrespectful from the perspective of Luke Skywalker.
Hey man, he still took that paycheck. Though.
He did because he wanted to be able to further the creative fandom and everything like that, and he is very active. I mean, obviously, and we've talked about we've talked about like Mandalorian on the podcast, and for those of you guys who have not,
spoilers,
yes, huge fucking spoilers are about to happen right now. So if you want to like fast forward it like 2.5 minutes till the end of us talking about Mandalorian. You should do that now.
We can talk about fucking Mandalorian for 6 minutes.
And so if you're still listening,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, because you've been warned. Like Luke's showing up at the very end of the season finale for the Mandalorian was legitimately I mean, other than the really, really poor CGI that was used to create Luke's completely dead expression face.
It was the lips, man.
It was
the lips and the eyes.
It was the lips and the eyes.
It was the lips and the eyes.
Yeah.
I saw a deep fake of it where somebody went through, and they did a much better job. They didn't.
I don't understand why people don't just just utilize the deep fake technology for being what it is.
There's fucking people on YouTube that
do a way better version of that.
And the job that they did, they didn't have, because they put in the comics. I know I only had so much that I could work with on this. I can't sync it up to the lips because I don't have the actual like motion capture or anything like that.
Correct.
I'm assuming that he didn't have anything to do with it whatsoever because Mark Hamill.
No, he did.
I know he did the voice for it.
He didn't do just the voice, but he did everything. He was actively involved in the entire aspect to it.
I did not know that.
They had been planning this for over a year, and they had filmed his parts over a year ago, and he came in. And what they did is they digitally de-aged him, which we know Disney is really, really good at being able to do.
That's what's fucking me up.
Yeah. It's because
watch fucking Guardians of the Galaxy or fucking
Kurt
Samuel
Russell's de-aging in
or
that.
Samuel Jackson in fucking what was it, Wonder Woman? Not Wonder Woman.
No, it was
Captain Marvel.
Yes, Captain Marvel. That's what it was. Young Sam Jackson
looks like
good.
Fucking young Sam.
Yes.
I mean, of course, there's times where you're watching it where you're just like, eh.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I got lost in that.
Yeah.
It's like, and I understand that's a movie. Their budgets are way different compared to that.
Correct.
Did it ruin it? No. But
no, it didn't ruin it. And that's, I guess, ultimately that's what they were going for, is something that didn't actually ruin it, but still delivered that type of.
It's still badass.
Man, I'm telling you right now, at that moment.
On
dude, I'm so sorry about that because, I watched it.
Did you watch it week for week up to?
Yes. Yeah.
See, man, I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to binge watch this.
Yeah. And you waited until the end of it. Oh no, dude.
For it to come out.
No.
And then I wasn't even trying. That's what pisses me off. It's like, we give spoiler warnings. There's motherfuckers that were just straight up putting in the article, like you're scrolling through the news.
Luke Skywalker makes an appearance at the end of the Mandalorian.
All I see is Mandalorian and see Luke Skywalker as a young version. I'm like, well, fuck, that's ruined.
Yep.
And so I got spoiled on that. And then now I have a 6-year-old who watches Star Wars.
Yes.
And he will watch videos, and he's like, I want to watch them with you. So we have this good dad son moment where, I've been watching Star Wars since I was a fucking little kid. I remember when I found all the VHSs. We had, so many VHS, talking about movies. We had thousands of these things.
VHS tapes.
Some of them were legit bought, but most of them were just like recorded.
Recorded from like HBO or some shit.
Man, there are like 3 or 4 different movies on each VHS.
On each tape, yeah.
And
I remember going through and actually cataloging every single one of those because I was the guy that was in charge of putting the sticker on there. Dad would make me put the sticker on there, and I had to write all the fucking names of all the different movies that were on there. And like legit, that created this cataloging thing that I'm responsible. Yeah, I still do that today with all of my movies.
Oh man, when I was looking for Star Wars, that was a disarray fucking nightmare. So somebody got in there and like kicked all of them.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because I knew that we had Star Wars, and I'd found them. I watched the first one, and I'll always remember that I watched the first one. And then I went through fucking hundreds of movies, and I found The Empire Strikes Back, and then I went through that, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
And then one night, I watched all 3 Star Wars when I was like probably 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And now
completely changed your life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. Fucking became part of who I am as a person, you know? You can't help it. And now I have a son, so he gets on YouTube, and then he's just sitting here, and he's the worst. Because he's just like, oh, Dad, you're going to like this part. And I'm like, shut up, man.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, man, spoilers again. Whenever Grogu, I was like, man, I hope that the Mandalorian.
Oh, wait. So your son had already seen all of this.
He never watched. He wouldn't watch the episodes.
But he had seen all of the spoilers and everything.
Talking about it on YouTube.
Okay.
So he knows all the spoilers. and he doesn't care. He's
Yeah.
just like God, I'm so adamant about spoilers. Like,
Well, yeah.
it is fucking offensive to me.
It is offensive to me.
When somebody spoils it.
Like if somebody does it if it's an accident, I get accidents sometimes happen.
Yeah.
But if
I've ended fucking friendships.
Yes,
over
spoilers. Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds stupid to some people, maybe
to
not.
some people, yes.
It's a movie podcast, but it becomes like, how fucking dare you
How
spoil
dare
this?
you? Yeah.
So I knew about...
How dare you steal that magic from me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't... Whenever Grogu, and I will call him Grogu.
Yes.
I'm not calling him
Baby Yoda. Although Jon Favreau has said that Baby Yoda, if you want to call him Baby Yoda, he's totally cool with that too.
I don't like calling him wrong.
Correct. I agree. I agree. No, I agree with you 100%. But for those people
Grogu.
that enjoy being able to say Baby Yoda because he is a cute as shit little character inside the series.
Here's the way I break it down. Is like, if I hear you say Baby Yoda, I'm like,
Grogu.
I might not even correct him. I'm gonna be like, you know who he is.
Yes.
But you have not watched the fucking show.
Correct.
Because if you watch a show, you
know his name is Grogu.
I'll even go with the child. I'll even go with the child.
Right.
But it's
child means that you're at least watching the series.
Yeah. So
but if you have a T-shirt and
it says Baby Yoda on it,
and you still call him Baby Yoda,
no,
yeah,
you're
not a fan. So
get out of my face.
Yes.
I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
So I know we diverged a little bit down the Star Wars track, and it's because of what you're talking about with Rian Johnson's Star Wars movie and everything like that.
Yeah.
So whenever we have a disagreement, and this is the kind of thing
I call you a cunt.
This is kind of the thing that I have brought to this podcast, which is, I'm very adamant about the way that I watch a movie, as well as, the true nature, the true sense of what that actual movie is trying to represent. And I'm the guy who has watched the movie 10 times before, having the conversation about it. We had a brief conversation earlier about being an expert on something, and then what it took to be an expert on something. You guys really don't want to know what we were actually talking about. But at the same point in time, I mean, it is, I feel like, I have put in the 10,000 hours into, whatever.
Movies in general?
Yeah. Movie watching or being critical of movies and having those conversations about movies.
You can call yourself a cinema snob.
Well, I'm not really a cinema snob, but I do feel like that
everybody else would call you a cinema snob.
Well, probably.
From the
I feel like I'm an expert. I feel like I have put my time in to become an expert in a very specific thing. And do I think my opinions are always right? Well, from me, yes, I do. But occasionally there are occasionally I can take a stand back from that and
we're
understand.
Not afraid to stand our ground on where we are.
Correct. Absolutely.
If we've had some disagreements on, like I said, the Westworld and things like that.
Sure.
Star Wars. That's where it diverged from.
Yeah.
But there's things that we agree on, like Arnold.
Man, I'm telling you, and it's
he is one of the, I remember the first time that I have a memory in my head. The first time it was Predator.
Okay, I was about to say Predator.
It was Predator.
Yeah,
and I didn't know who he was. I didn't know anything, and it was the part in Predator. And I don't feel like I should say spoilers at this point. It's been
30 plus years.
30 fucking plus years.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, you're just doing yourself a disservice. Whenever he's facing the Predator and he's already put mud on and everything. No, it was before the do it.
Yeah.
And it's when he's about to he has the fucking the spear and he has the grenade on the end of it.
Yep.
Before he blew it up, and I remember walking by and it was just it caught my attention, and ever since then I was just that was my action star hero.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
This is so Predator, anything with Arnold in it. I was on board, man.
Yeah. And Terminator, fucking movies, everything like that. Yeah. And it's because of Arnold that I'll still, to this day, even though they've kind of diverged and have, made some really dog shit movies that are in the Terminator franchise, I still watch every single fucking one of them. I've seen every single one of them in the theater, and I'm just a crazy, crazy, crazy fan when it comes to those different things.
There's always a part of me that's like, this is the one. This is the one.
Did you like the most recent?
I did.
Yeah, I did too.
I feel like it was too late because we were given such hope that Genesis was going to be this, the Jesus Terminator that we were always looking for.
Correct.
And it was not. It was a clusterfuck. And I remember just watching this, and I was just like, no.
Yeah.
No, this is a complete betrayal. I mean, yeah, it had Arnold in it, and it sucked, man. What they did with Kyle Reese, with just everything, man. It was horrible.
Well, yeah, but and this is the kind of the whole thing is, these are just differing opinions inside of the same universe. Is basically what it boils down to.
This is one opinion. Well, I'm like, yeah, like you said, you're right.
Yeah, when you feel like you're right.
Who's that one person out there? It's like, no, man, Genesis was fucking great.
Look, there's a lot of people that actually really like the Terminator Genesis. And look, I like Terminator Genesis in a lot of ways because it allows us to be able to continue watching things inside of the Terminator universe.
It fucked the franchise up.
Well, kind of, but then you come out of that with what was the name of the
latest one?
Yeah, was it
fuck.
Dark Fate? Was that the name of it?
Nine. I don't know. Fucking something.
Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
I think that's the name
and
of it.
It was a lot of people didn't like it because they felt like it was doing what Star Wars did, where it was fan service, and in some ways it was fan service.
Correct.
But in a lot of ways it did things. Like a lot of people didn't like killing off John Connor.
Dude, the fucking way that they did that, they presented that at the very, very beginning of
they were just like, all right, here's the direction we're going.
This is it. Yeah.
If you don't like
Edward
it right
Furlong fucking dies at legit
dead.
at the end of Terminator 2 is basically where they put that.
Yeah.
Is so crazy. So crazy.
So you can either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Like, do I wish that Edward Furlong had been in that movie and like been a part of it? Well, yeah. Because that's the real John Connor, in my opinion.
Well,
that's
okay, yes.
John Connor.
Yes, because who is the other guy that...
he didn't do a bad... Okay.
In Terminator 3.
Terminator 3...
what was his name?
Fuck, what was his name? You look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
He wasn't bad.
No.
He was not bad. I wouldn't even say that Terminator 3 was a bad movie either.
No. Like Rise of the Machines was... Because that kind of gives you the... It's the end of the Arnold trilogy, and it also gives you that the lead in to the end of the world that was going to come no matter what, except that Terminator Dark Fate pretends that Terminator 3 never happened.
Well, it pretends that.
Nick Stahl is his name. Nick Stahl is the name of the actor.
And he didn't do a bad job.
Didn't do a bad job.
And from what I hear, they actually knew each other, I think, back in the day. Nick Stahl and Edward Furlong. I might be mistaken, but I think that...
Possibly, I do not know.
The grapevine, maybe they knew each other.
And the Terminator TX, the
chick.
with the fucking magnetic and whatever.
I enjoyed it. I mean...
Although nothing replaces the T-1000 that you get in Terminator 2.
Going back to Arnold being the crutch, the full circle of this. Go back to Predator, man, because the latest Predators, man, that came out, that the fuckhead who was in the Wolverine, the dude with the robotic hand.
Yes, yeah.
I liked the maybe I'm in the minority.
Winter Soldier.
No,
that's a different movie. That's right.
That's Marvel Cinematic. Way off kilter there.
Yeah.
Hey, no, actually, because Marvel now owns.
Oh shit,
Fox.
They do own Fox, so they could totally make a complete crossover between all of that crazy shit.
Yeah.
So
be fucking that guy versus I'd fucking watch that.
Yeah,
it'll never happen. But
no.
Did he die in that movie? I don't even remember the. That's fucking. It's Marvel. They can time travel and whatever.
Yeah, there is nothing that's
Only person that can die is Iron Man. Fucking
Iron Man, and apparently, well, now that it's part of the cinematic universe, Logan as well. So
yeah,
keep that into consideration.
Yeah.
So
well, both went out and a motherfucker of a way.
Yes.
And,
yeah. So The Predator, which is the most recent one that came out, the Shane Black one.
Was it the best Predator movie? No.
But I'll tell you what, man, it was fun to be able to go to the theater with you to watch that.
Yeah, we did.
And I'm so glad. I couldn't have chosen anybody else to go to the theater to go see that with.
Predator,
it's
man.
because we're huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fans, and we're huge Predator fans, and we're huge, just the lines that they reuse inside of the Predator as a.
I caught this the last time. I didn't catch it the first time I watched it. Like the doctor, the lady that they bring in the Predator.
Yes. Yeah.
When she first sees him, because she's so just taken back. There's an alien. She like leans down. She's like, "You're one beautiful motherfucker."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "That's totally a throwback."
Yeah, of course it is.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
There's so many of those that are carried over from the old one to the new one.
Yeah, man.
So,
like, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I love the banner between all the crazy people that
were on the bus.
Yeah. Thomas Jane.
Yeah. Keegan-Michael Key.
Fucking all of it, man.
Yeah. Thomas Jane, I love him. And if you're a fan of sci-fi at all, and you're not watching The Expanse right now, you're fucking up, man. Yeah, you need to get on board and check this shit out. It is like legitimately, it's probably the best sci-fi TV series to be able to be made in the last 20 years.
That's
what
I say.
It's important. It's season 3 is not the best, but. Was it season 3 or season 4?
Season 4 was when they were on the planet.
Season 4 was on the planet, and
I think they were trying to get because they went to Amazon. I think they're trying to get their
footing right there.
There.
Season 4 was the first one on Amazon, correct?
Yes.
And then this most recent season is
5.
It is fucking it's spectacular. Yep. It's super fun to watch. It doesn't even have Thomas Jane in it, but Thomas Jane was
dude, he directed.
I saw that.
He fucking directed one of the episodes.
I
was like,
it ends,
I was like,
and I was
dude.
like, this motherfucker cannot quit this show, and it's so cool to be able to see him as the director for that.
Dude, I was like, Thomas Jane directed one of the episodes.
So cool.
So even though he's not there,
most. And in my opinion, the best episode of the episodes that we've had.
It was
one of the better episodes of this season.
I really don't think that there's been
there hasn't been a bad one at all so far this season. So no spoilers at all, other than that in season 4 they were on a planet. Hey, there you go.
Hey, there you go. Oh, man,
go.
you can't fucking say that, man.
You can say they were on a planet. Yeah, because, the Earth is a planet and Mars is a planet.
Fuck yeah.
And so they spend lots of times on planets. There we go. That's our way around that one. So you want to talk a little bit about some Total Recalls?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Some Total Recalls, some Arnold Schwarzeneggers.
So one of the questions that I asked you was, because there's a couple of camps on this. It was, I'm assuming.
Oh, we're going to go straight to the end of it?
We're
going to go directly to the crux of what makes Total Recall Total Recall. Okay, here we go.
So you clicked on the title. You know what it is.
Yes.
You know Total Recall. If you haven't, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
Go fucking watch it.
By the way, the thing that actually prompted all of this is
go ahead, and then
it just came out. The Blu-ray was just released. I shouldn't say. Well, it's the 4K Ultra HD release on the 30th anniversary of Total Recall. So
Arnold comes in the fucking Blu-ray.
Yeah,
you pop him out, and he's like, "Hi, I'm coming with you. Let's watch the movie."
What does he say? If come with me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to live. Watch the fucking movie.
Yeah. So So it actually if you buy the steelbook version of the 4K release, you get the digital copy, and you also get 3 discs, and one of the discs is nothing but special features for Total Recall. I have not had a chance to be able to watch that yet. I probably should have watched all of those special features before we sat down to record this podcast, but sometimes you can't get to them whenever you want to be able to get to them. So
pandemic and all
yeah,
that shit.
pandemic and all that shit. So, get right to your question. So
my question is, do you think he really went to Mars, or was it all a memory implant? And then on top of that, if it's real,
yes,
what are the implications of? Because if it's real, then his whole life is different in one way. But
correct.
But if it's all a memory, is he really having a manic episode? Because if you watch the movie, they're telling him, you're at recall. You're fucking at recall right now. This is something's going wrong.
Yes.
The implant is messed up. You're having a mental fucking breakdown, essentially.
Yeah.
So is that part of the memories? Because if it's not, if it's all in memories, he's going to wake up and be like, I just had all this experience with my wife. I fucking shot and murdered my wife. How is he supposed to be like, hi, honey, I'm home? So that's my, it's a long-winded thing, but what are your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts on that are this. And okay, so I have this ever-changing thoughts on this. So I'm gonna tell you what my thoughts were before today watching Total Recall.
Okay. All right.
And that's what I did this morning, is I watched Total Recall. So
I've watched it 1,000 times.
I know, me too. Yeah. So watched it so many fucking times. So that whole idea behind is it a memory, or is it a memory implant, or did this happen for real? Okay. So let's just start right there.
Okay.
So we are led to believe that Doug Quaid is actually a double agent, and he has been working for the Martian agency, Federation. I don't know what the names of the organizations are, as a undercover agent to get information regarding
he's trying to get information from a
terrorist.
Well, they call them terrorists,
a Martian terrorist,
but they're actually, they're
freedom fighters for Mars. And the name of the leader of these freedom fighters is
what's the fucking name?
Oh shit! It'll come to me here in just 1 second. So basically, his whole job was to infiltrate them, but the only way that they could infiltrate them was by taking the right-hand man to the Martian government, and then hiding him on Earth
with a memory
of being this Earth person. And so the whole idea behind the story is super fucking convoluted.
Yeah.
But what I truly believe, and what I've believed for a very long period of time, and it's kind of, if you do a little bit of research on this, it's kind of pointed out by Paul Verhoeven, who is the actual director of the movie.
It is not the writer, though.
No. And this is the thing, is it's a memory.
It is an interpretation.
His interpretation on how it plays itself out, which is it is a memory implant.
Yeah.
And the reason why that it's a memory implant is because if it were not a memory implant, then the moment where he sits down inside of the room at Recall, REKALL, Recall. Do you want to sing the song?
For the memories of a lifetime, recall.
And his buddy is his buddy is like, oh yeah, recall, and then he starts singing.
Recall.
Yes, okay. You've seen this movie way too many times. So
you thinking of going there?
Yeah. You thinking of going there?
It's in my head, man.
Yes. So whenever he goes to recall and he's sitting down in the chair, and then he's having to be able to make decisions about like his memory implant trip that he is planning. They
All the way
say
from his chick.
there's two things that are dead giveaways that it's a memory implant. Although, so
Melina.
I'm going to, yes, Melina. I'm going to go ahead and give you both the reasons why it's a memory implant and then why it's not.
Okay.
So hear me out.
All right.
One is so he gets to choose the woman, and they're like, tell me about what her hair is, and they're like
voluptuous.
yes. So
sleazy.
he's like yes. So he makes the decision. He wants a brunette. He wants her sporty, I think is what it is.
Voluptuous.
Is it voluptuous?
Yeah, voluptuous.
Yes. And then is it sleazy that he chooses? That's so hilarious.
She's like sleazy, to be honest.
Yes.
And he's like
yeah.
sleazy.
Okay. Okay. So as he's making that choice, Melina's picture is up on the screen doing the rotation. Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's that piece.
Yep.
The other piece that it's an obvious implant is, because look, he gets to choose whenever he chooses. He is like,
the guy even says it. He says,
so before he even says the words, whenever he's presenting him with like the options of the package, and then he's like, you could be he's like no options. And then he's like, "Are you sure?" And then he brings up the options, shows him on the screen, and he's like,
you kill the bad guys.
Yeah,
you save
special
the
agent,
entire planet,
save the planet. And then right before they go to do the memory implant, the guy, he's looking at his tablet, and he's like, "Huh, blue skies on Mars. That's a new one."
Yeah.
And then those are the giveaways that it is 100%. It is a memory implant.
Okay, go ahead.
So now I'm going to argue the exact opposite.
All right.
Okay. So, the very, very beginning of the movie, the opening of the movie,
where he falls off, smashes his
correct.
helmet. And
Yes.
La, la, la.
You do that so well. You do that so well. So fucking hilarious. So, whenever that moment happens, the person that he is with is Melina. And that is before they have her picture up on the thing.
Yeah, and he wakes up.
And so he wakes up from a dream, and he's telling Lori, Sharon Stone, his wife, she's like, did you dream about Mars again? And he's like, yes.
Yep.
And then she's like, was she there? And he was like, you're jealous of a dream.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Lori's like, who is she?
Real.
Yeah, who is she? Mm-hmm. And he's like, she's not even real. And they have that conversation right there. Yep. So what if, here we go. So I'm going to make all the arguments. What if she is real? Okay. What if Lori is real? Excuse me, not Lori. What if Melina is a real person on Mars, and the agency is actually working with Recall, and that's why whenever he gets into the train, that's why he sees the commercial for Recall, and then whenever he is at work and his buddy Mike,
going back to this convoluted,
super convoluted of them
trying to get him
to go to Recall so that he could have this moment, so it allows him to be able to unlock his memories and then go to Mars and then do all of that stuff and get to the place where he is with Quado. Quado is the yeah. It occurred to me who that was just a moment ago. So they could go to Quado uncover this terrorist organization, and then do the thing that Cohagen wanted them to be able to do in the very beginning. Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically, Quaid as Hauser.
Hauser
set in motion the events.
Hauser is his original personality.
Correct. Hauser is Cohagen's buddy, and he set in motion this whole plan that allowed him to be able to.
You gotta admit, that's a pretty fucking thin plan, man.
Yes, I know, and it's a very terrible plan, but
Like,
it just happens
for
to
all those
fucking
goddamn pieces to fall
into place perfectly in order to be able
That's
to get to
like-
the point where he would have this episode and do all of that stuff, and then go do all the things, and then try to free Mars, and so that he could
needs to go
actually
buy a
get to
fucking
the
lottery ticket, man.
yes, absolutely. So that's why but that's why those two camps exist, and it's why
Well,
people are continue having these.
There's also arguments that by it being real of, okay, why are we as the viewer seeing things where Quaid isn't involved? Like when you're seeing, for instance, when the air is taken away from them,
Yes.
and you see them suffocating.
Yes.
He's not. He sees it eventually. But
Yes.
there's things that happen behind the scenes that we as the audience,
Correct.
We see the
and we also get to see like the conversations that Richter have with Cohagen, where Arnold is not there,
when he kicks
and
the
so
fucking fish tank because he's
correct,
pissed off.
correct.
So
yes,
that's why people are like, well, if he is having a memory,
Right.
why is it that we? And for me, my answer is, well, okay, that
it's a story, and
It's a
all of
story.
these pieces have
they
to
have to be there.
they have to be there to fill in all the
Because
pieces.
if you didn't put those in there, you have half fucking movie.
Yeah.
like they
Well,
have to exist in there.
Not just half a movie, but let's say that this whole recall place is real, and then we're doing all of this stuff and blah 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 blah. Okay. So we're just pretending like all of this stuff is actually really, that it's 2021 and you can go down and get a memory implant at recall. Okay. So what he does by doing all of that is create that that loop, and it would be incomplete. That memory, that vacation would be incomplete without having, like, it's kind of like reading a book. And if you didn't have all of the pieces of the story, then you would have an incomplete story. And so
you have your main heroes and shit.
Correct.
Like that. In this case,
Yes.
it's
and that's the
being
memory that is being implanted.
It's kind of being told in the third person in a way.
In a lot of ways, yes. But he gets to experience all of the first person perspective stuff from the first person perspective, as opposed to us as the audience being able to see those things from the third person perspective. But I would guess he would be able to at least put together the pieces that he was not actively involved in. That's my guess.
Oh yeah, it's just,
So,
or
it really happened.
see, man. Okay, going off of Melina being in the beginning, Melina
Yes.
doing all that.
Yeah.
Is it possible? I mean, yeah, but like you said, that for all the pieces that fall into place, it's
The
it's
likelihood
so
would have to be.
Oh my God,
Oh my,
man.
yeah. The complexities of that would be like
It's
73 levels deep.
It's so shitty of a plan.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
what it
Okay.
comes down to.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and put you on Earth, okay, as a construction worker, and then we're going
Yes.
to leave.
There's agents all around you
yes,
watching all
correct.
the time to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be
Correct.
doing.
And then we're also going to leave clues that are going to
Not only
make
that-
you go do
Okay,
things
I got one
that
step
people
deeper.
are trying to tell you not to do.
The fucking okay. Let's say your job is to watch this double agent, and then what do you do? Okay, think if it's real. In the beginning, after he fought, in his head, he comes home, and then him and Sharon Stone, she starts just karate chopping the shit out of him like a Street Fighter
Yes.
character,
Shooting at him.
and shooting at him, and he's
Yeah.
like Melina, and all that, and then after that, he's trying to get the fuck. Oh no, it was before that. He's like, does this look like a delusion? He's got blood all over his hands
Yes.
because he's got done fucking
Yes.
people up.
Yeah. He
Okay.
just murdered those people.
He just murked the shit out of
snapping necks.
dude.
Yeah.
He fucked them up.
Yeah.
So they're just okay to is that part of the plan?
It's a really terrible plan.
Like Cohagen was like, all right, we're gonna get 6-7 dudes, and we're just gonna piss off Arnie.
Okay, so this is the other thing that you have to think about. So Richter and his group of thugs, including what was his buddy's name at work? Was it
Oh, I don't know.
Harry.
Harry.
Harry was his buddy's name at work.
Harry, and in this memory, or whatever, Harry is an agent.
Yes.
And
so what if Harry is working with Richter and he has no concept of what's actually going to happen?
So he's a ploy.
Well, no. So Harry works directly under Richter. Okay, so we're playing this as if that it's all real, it's not a memory.
All right.
So Harry is working with Richter, and so Harry has no concept of. And Richter obviously is ready to fucking kill him because he tries to kill him multiple times. And then whenever Cohagen is even like, don't fucking kill him. And he's like tuning the shit out. And he's like, looks like I'm having bad reception. Sunspots.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So Richter's trying to kill him. And his buddy that he's working with,
I don't remember.
I can't remember his name.
The white blonde hair guy on there.
Yeah. Helm. I think that's his actual name. I have no idea. So that guy is the one that is. So he and Richter are the ones that are actively trying to kill Quaid, and because they don't know about the other story. They don't know that he is an implant that is there.
It just even got more complex.
To be they don't know that he's an implant that's there to be able to be activated at a later point in time by recall so that he can go do these things. They are just trying to stop him, and they're getting in the way. And Richter is super pissed off anyway because as his buddy says, oh yeah, I'm certain that she was hating every minute of him, and because Sharon Stone is technically Lori is Richter's wife.
Yep.
So Richter's wife is the undercover agent. That is...
So that's why he's pissed.
Super pissed.
Because Arnold's banging his old lady.
So he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to kill this dude. And so he gets together with Harry, and they're just like, just let's take him out of the situation. And then Cohagen is like, you motherfuckers, that's not the plan. The plan is he was supposed to do all this shit so that he could finally, eventually be able to make his way back to Mars so that he could find Quado. But Cohagen still even has all of his people on Mars.
That's a terrible fucking plan.
Hold on. So Cohagen even has all of his people on Mars that are looking for Quaid coming over there, which is where we get
driver
Benny.
Yes. I got 5 kids to feed.
Yeah. I thought you said you had 7 kids to feed.
No, he said
whatever.
4
kids. Did you lose a kid?
Yeah.
And he does the whole fucking thing where he unfolds the hand, so you know that he's actually, he's one of them. He's a mutie.
He's a fucking traitor.
Yeah, and he is. He's a traitor that turns against
his own kind.
His own kind, which is what we find out. What Quado is Quado is not the guy known as George. Quado is this alien entity that lives as a very weird prosthetic
I wonder who
inside
did
of his
man.
stomach.
I wonder who did that. If I had to take a guess, I would say it's something to do with Fuckhead on the Thing.
They did the special effects for it? Hold on, I'll tell you. Let's look that up. That's a very, very good...
it was disgusting, but it did a really
oh
good
my
job,
God.
man.
Yeah, man, the visual effects on it. And look, not all the visual effects were great.
It's the 80s.
Because the visual effects for...
I would say for the time.
How long are you going to be on Mars?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That and then where the head comes off, and then you can tell that
you'll be able to see that in Ultra 4K.
Oh my God, it looks really, really, really bad. Let's see, who was the special effects?
It looked bad on VHS.
So, let's see.
I forget.
Anthony Allen Barlow. That looks like there's a shit ton of people that are in the visual effects part of this because look, there's tons and tons of visual effects that are actually used inside this movie
because they put them on fucking Mars.
Well, yeah, beyond even the whole Mars thing. So you get the eye popping, the tongue coming out thing at the very beginning of the movie. So that's one.
You mean the
yes? So that's the one the first Arnold Schwarzenegger head that we see there, and then we get the pulling the tracker out through the nose.
Oh yeah.
So we get that thing where it's like, and he's fucking Thank you, and he's pulling that thing out through his nose.
Pulling a big ass peanut M&M out of his nose.
yes, giant ass peanut M&M coming out through the nostril.
Just get it out of there, man.
And when they do that whole cracking noise and shit like that, where it's coming out, it's just.
And again, going back, sound,
so gross.
Just the fucking
sound design, sound. Yeah, if you didn't have that as the other part of that, it wouldn't. It 100% wouldn't.
I would say that as far as the movie goes, is like futuristic things on there. I mean, I know I'm looking back at rose-tinted goggles or glasses, or whatever the fuck it is, but I don't think they did that bad of a job.
No, man, I don't think they did either. I think it was it's super fucking fascinating that, that this was made in 1990. It was released in 1990, so it was technically made in the 80s.
Yeah.
And for the...
I was less than 6 years old. Man,
so for the technical stuff that they actually had during that particular point in time, and again, as terrible as some of those practical effects heads look by today's standards, at the time, I mean, goddamn, man, it was
the lady with the 3 tits.
Yeah,
she looks like she's got 3 tits.
She does look like a 3-titted lady.
I'm just saying.
And I wonder if I can find her name.
I don't know her name, but her name is
no idea. Lady with the 3 titties.
Like, I saw that as a kid, man. I was like.
You're like,
I don't know how to respond to this.
Apparently, am I into this thing? Is this a thing that I'm supposed to be into now?
Is that why all my girlfriends? I'm like, can you put this prosthetic?
Hey, can you please wear a 3rd tit for me?
It's not weird at all.
Yeah, no. I have no idea who it is. I have no idea who it is. I bet I could find it. I bet I could find it if I looked long enough. But yeah, man. Look, all the way through, even like the Martian scenes, and this is before we had ever even sent a probe to Mars.
No shit.
And
exactly.
This is before, and now we kind of we know what the atmosphere actually looks like on Mars. And the reason, even because we have hundreds of hours of fucking thousands of hours of drone footage driving around on Mars.
I think the texture of the ground looks, in some spots where
it
falls off.
Yeah.
I think that looks good.
Well, dude, they did a really, really good job of being able to create all of that stuff, and this whole idea behind, I'm a super crazy space nerd whenever it comes to things like. Yeah, man, I love this whole idea behind there being some crazy history to Mars that's if you're talking about what's that Gary Sinise movie where they go to Mars? Yeah.
The face on Mars.
Yes, and then they go there, and it is the turns out that that's where humanity actually came from, was actually from Mars. And it is them leaving Mars right before there was an asteroid impact that ended up colonizing the Earth. And then that's how you get all of that on Earth, because there at one point in time there was life and there was water flowing on Mars. And now we know these things. At one point in time there was water flowing on Mars. So that is a proven fact. We know that at one point in time there was water flowing on Mars.
In some places it still has water.
Yes, definitely. In the ice caps, and even there's definitely places directly under the surface that there is going to be active water flow on Mars. Maybe not directly on the surface of Mars, but somewhere near the surface, there might be water flow on the ice caps, but we don't know that at this particular point in time. So
not all the movies are good though.
No,
Red Planet.
Well, yeah, look, there's a bunch of really, really bad Mars movies, but this whole idea behind there being ancient alien technology that was left on Mars to be able to restart this atmosphere on Mars, and the way that they did it was Look, it was very, very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Whenever the big things come down and they smash into the thing, and then
Well,
it
'cause
opens
the
up the
idea's
thing,
there.
and then yes, of course,
The idea is there.
it was very well done.
If you melt ice, ice evaporates, and then that in
That
turn creates
will
an
be
atmosphere.
an atmosphere,
There's
and
the
then
problem-
oxygen, and
there's a problem with the magnetic.
well, not only that, but like the fucking rapidity at which which it happened, it would have legitimately just exploded everybody on Mars, and yeah. So I mean,
like 2.5 minutes later, they're like, "Oh, Mal, you want to go have a picnic?"
oh yeah. And there's just standing around outside on Mars with no fucking helmet on, because there is that moment that is repeated from the opening of
going full
the
circle.
movie to the end of the movie, where he falls down the thing and his face is exposed, and he's out there he's doing that thing, and
It's fucking.
his eyes are popping out, and then as soon as there's atmosphere on Mars, then could you imagine the amount of damage that would do to you?
Oh no, that's what I've said. I was like, his fucking eyeballs were being pulled out of his head.
You don't come
like,
back from that.
No. Like,
No.
if it had the atmosphere, he'd look and his fucking eyes would be just hanging out.
Just hanging out of his
What the
out
fuck?
of his eye sockets. Yeah, that'd be so terrible. That'd be horrific.
He'd be
is what that would
blind.
Yeah,
He fucking
forever.
His
Yeah.
ears would be bleeding.
Completely, burst eardrums. His
Oh, I got
sinuses.
it. You know that
yeah.
fucking fish that fish they took out is from the deep.
Oh,
it
yeah,
comes out
yeah.
in the blobfish.
Yes.
This is a fucking sad looking
Yes,
fish. You don't
super-
know what that is? Look that up.
Yeah.
The fucking-
Blobfish.
like blobfish.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what it would be. In the atmosphere that he was used to, where he's swimming around in the multiple atmospheres of air pressure.
Us good old humans. We're just
yeah.
like, snatch, motherfucker. Come
hey,
up here.
Hey, come up here so we can take a look at you. Wow, you look weird.
The fuck happened to you? You don't look like this.
No.
Yeah, that's
you
Arnold's face.
used to look like a really cool looking fish down there, and that's exactly what would happen with Arnold's face. Look, man, it's regardless of all the flaws that are in the movie, and we
enjoy it.
know, yeah, man, it's
enjoy it.
one of those that
I still enjoy it. I can watch it 1,000 times, man.
Yes.
And I have.
Yes. And it's because I've seen that movie so many times, and it has built that love for Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just real quick, and I know we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. I'm going through like Arnold Schwarzenegger's filmography.
I'll go for it.
So as an actor, he has
I'm gonna guess.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say 80 something.
Oh no, you're super close. 79 credits.
I was gonna say 80 something.
So he has 79 credits.
What's his first one?
So this is the thing that really upsets me.
Is that the one where they dubbed his voiceover?
Yes, the first movie that well, I'm going to pull that up here in just one second. So at the top of IMDb, they always do this whole thing, like what they're known for. And so out of all of Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies, okay
hold on. I'm trying to.
I want you to tell me what Arnold Schwarzenegger is known for.
If I, as a fan,
Sure.
it would be probably Terminator or Predator.
Okay, so Predator's on the list. There's 4 movies that are on the list. Okay.
Terminator, Predator.
Terminator didn't make it.
Terminator didn't make it.
Nope.
How the fuck did that not make it?
Good question.
What do they got on there? Eraser or some shit?
Eraser.
Are you fucking
So there's
kidding me?
you're 2 of 4 right now.
There's fucking Eraser on there?
Eraser.
Okay, what is that terrible movie where the devil...
Oh, you didn't like that?
I didn't like it.
Okay. I can't even remember the name of it right now, but we're gonna pull it up here in just 1 minute.
I mean,
so.
Arnold was Arnold in there.
Yeah, of
but,
course.
I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna put it lightly.
Yeah.
2 more. Fucking Arnold.
Yep.
What is it? Fucking Junior?
No. Oh man, I wish.
Like, it's not the other. Fucking twins. It's not.
No,
that, is it?
it's none of his comedies.
Oh my god, what is it, man? Commando?
No. Nope, no Commando.
Fucking.
Weird, huh? No Kindergarten Cop.
No Kindergarten Cop.
No Total Recall. No Red Heat.
No.
No Last
Running
Action
Man?
Hero. No Running Man. Yeah.
No fucking. All right, now I'm just curious. What is
Yeah. Okay, so one of them, I think that it deserves a spot, which is True Lies.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
True
I
Lies.
don't even know how I forgot. Yeah, True Lies.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
The other one, however, is
Oh, the one was End of Days. That's what it was.
no, yeah, that's the one that you were thinking
that's what I was
of.
thinking
That's
of.
one that you're thinking of earlier.
Yeah.
No, it's the sixth day.
Okay, look, I'm not saying. Okay, hold on. This is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Sure.
I'm not saying the Sixth Day is his best work
No,
or anything like that.
no.
But I enjoyed the Sixth Day.
I enjoyed the sixth day.
But would I say that he was?
Is it the thing that Arnold Schwarzenegger
Fuck no.
is known for?
Fuck no.
No.
If I'm making that list,
Yes.
I'm putting Predator, I'm putting
Yep.
Terminator. I think True Lies has a good spot on
Okay.
there.
True Lies, Predator, Terminator. Yeah.
I don't know, man. The fourth one's up for debate. It could be either one of twins or
Yeah, it would have to be
Junior
like.
to even it out.
Yeah. I mean, look, even if Last Action Hero was on there, I would be totally cool with something like that right there.
I even like Last Action Hero. That
but if
movie
it
is
was-
a lot of shit.
It should be Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah. Okay.
It should be
Alright.
Kindergarten Cop.
It's
It should
not
be
a tumor.
Predator. Yeah,
Nah.
not a tumor.
Yeah.
Austin from the podcast, he would argue that it should be Jingle All the Way, but he is wrong. Yeah, no. So,
Jamie, put down. Oh no! The best part is put that cookie down. Do you remember that part?
Yes.
With Phil Hartman.
yes. Yeah.
He's like, oh, these cookies.
Yeah.
Put that cookie down.
Oh, yeah. So it would be Predator. It would be Terminator. Probably Terminator 2 is kind of what he's most known for.
Yeah.
So it'd be Predator. It'd be Terminator 2.
What about
You-
Commando?
Commandos,
See,
and this
that's
is the
not
thing.
A lot of, I will say, a lot of people like that.
Not a lot of people
Fuck
like
you,
it, and it's
asshole.
not the thing
No,
that he is.
Fuck you, asshole.
It's not the thing that he's known for. The first movie that he is in, as Arnold Strong in quotes, Mr. Universe, is Hercules in New York. That's
where they
that's
dubbed
the
him?
first movie that he doesn't have. It's basically Arnold Schwarzenegger saying words and then them dubbing somebody else's voice over the top of it, which is hilarious.
That would be a good alcohol.
We get to
movie
see
right
that
there.
again in Terminator 3 whenever they are showing the different the model that was used to be able to create the Terminator like the
That was
body
4.
model.
That
Was it 4?
It was 4. Because in Terminator 4, he wasn't in Terminator 4. That was with Christian Bale.
No, it wasn't in Terminator 4. Was it?
No, it was.
Oh yeah. And then he
Because-
has this crazy,
He's got that voice.
Yeah.
And then they were just like,
and they use the voice
the
from
scientist.
the scientist, the programmer.
that's 4.
That's right. Yeah.
That's 4.
Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
that was in 4.
that was like an in credit thing they did. That.
Okay, that was definitely just to fuck around
That
there.
was fucking hilarious though.
So, like, going back to, to his credits. So so Hercules in New York, the first movie that he does.
Okay.
He also does a movie called The Long Goodbye. Nobody's ever seen it.
I've never seen that.
No. He does a TV movie called Happy Anniversary and Goodbye, and then does Stay Hungry. The Streets of San Francisco was a TV series. He was in one episode. He did a TV series called The San Pedro Beach Bums, and he was Muscle Man in that. He
Why
did.
am I not surprised by that?
Yeah, he did the villain as Handsome Stranger. He was Lars in a movie called Scavenger Hunt. Jane Mansfield's Story. He was Mickey Hargitay. And then he does a movie that completely changes the entire course of his history, which is Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, Conan, yeah.
Yeah. So 1982, he is Conan the Barbarian.
Yep.
And then
He got a better agent. That's what it was.
yeah, well, he went from Conan the Barbarian. He did Conan the Destroyer. He did the Terminator, Red Sonja, Commando. So from 82 to 85, that's when he really starts to make his mark. So, okay, look, let's just do 82. Let's try a 10-year run and see how many films that he actually does in 10 years. So Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer,
Haven't seen
The
that.
Terminator,
Seen it.
Red Sonja,
Haven't seen that.
Commando,
Seen it.
Raw Deal. That's the
what
one
that
that he
is.
did with, I believe it was Jim Belushi, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. That was a completely different movie that he did. Raw Deal was, he was a former FBI agent turned small town sheriff, agrees to help FBI chief infiltrate the Chicago mafia when the FBI chief's son is killed by them. I'm have to go back and actually watch Raw Deal.
These other ones
And then Predator, 87 was Predator. 87 was also The Running Man. '88 was Red Heat.
Yep.
Red Heat, where he plays Ivan Donko. And
I've seen Red Heat.
Yeah, Red Heat. That's the one that he actually does with Jim Belushi.
I don't think I've seen that.
Cop. He's a Russian cop. Jim Belushi is the American cop. You should go back and watch that. Let's see. And then after Red Heat, he does Twins. And then
Is that Twins? Is that
Yep.
like 91, 92?
No, that's 88.
Really?
Twins is 88. And then we get Total Recall immediately after Twins. In 1990, you get Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop, and 91 gives us Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and he's in a bunch of TV, movies, video shorts. He's in the Guns N' Roses "You Could Be Mine" video as the T-800.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say,
Yep.
yeah, that makes sense.
And then that's all he ends up doing up to 92. So from 82 to 92, he does a fucking incredible run of all of these movies. And that's before we really even start to get into, the Mr. Freeze and
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
oh my god, way too many Arnold Schwarzenegger lines. And then up through like 6 Day, Collateral Damage, Terminator 3, The Rundown, Terminator. He was
in The Rundown,
the video
yeah.
game, Terminator 3. In The Rundown, he was as the bar patron. He was uncredited in that. And then he goes into doing the Expendables movies. And that pretty much takes us up to date. Terminator Genesis. That movie. Have you seen Aftermath? Aftermath is the movie that he actually did about his. I think it's his wife that's killed in a plane crash, and it is just.
I think I have seen that.
Yeah.
Who's got in it?
It is.
It's got somebody else in it. I mean,
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, Scoot McNairy.
who the fuck? What?
If you saw here, come over here and take a look. This is Scoot McNairy. You know who he is. Let's see. Let me see something that he's been in that you would recognize him. Anyway, he's an actor. He's an actor.
One of those actor people.
Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger has had a crazy fucking career as an actor, and then let's not forget that he was the fucking governor of California. So of California. And just he has had such a crazy life, and if you are on Reddit, you will occasionally pop in on Reddit just to be able to say something super inspirational to the people that are on Reddit, or at one point in time he was doing this whole thing to be able to raise money where he would just blow shit up with his tank. He was doing that in like 2016, where he would just do a fundraising thing. And then if you would sign up for the thing and be able to donate money, he would allow you to be able to come out there and blow some shit up with him. There's a fun video of him and another dude driving a tank over the top of a car, because that's a fucking fun thing to be able to do with Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. So just a super, super cool human being and a weird life. Look, and not to say that everything that he's ever done has been great, or great as a human being or great as an actor.
No, man.
The whole thing of having his an affair with his housekeeper, and then having a child, and then having all that shit under wraps for a long period of time before that ended up coming out.
Homophobic about
I'm
some
certain.
stuff?
Yeah. Look.
Well, I mean, he was in the fucking like bodybuilding like world.
Did all that for a very long period of time as well. So still kind of does. And I'll tell you what, at the age that he is
for marijuana.
Yep. At the age that he is at right now, I mean, he is, and I'm certain that he is just pumped full of fucking crazy amounts of hormones. But if you look up shirtless Arnold Schwarzenegger right now, let's see, he was 47, so he's like what is he? Fucking.
I think he's like 93.
He's like 106 years old, and he is ripped. He is fucking swole and ripped. And
he is made of testosterone at
yes,
this point.
he's comprised entirely of testosterone.
Like,
yeah.
he doesn't fucking drink water.
He just chugs testosterone. So, I
will say this.
Yeah.
Growing up, like you said, he's not perfect. He has,
yeah, of course.
But there's been so many heroes that people have attached to that have turned out to be terrible motherfuckers.
Yep.
That as much as I like some of these actors, you find out that they're behind the scenes. They're horrible to be around. They're
Loved
miserable.
Mel Gibson growing up. That's a hard fucking take right now.
Fucking Bruce Willis.
Yep.
I love me some Bruce Willis.
Yep.
I love me some Die Hard.
Yeah.
But anybody who's ever fucking worked with Bruce Willis said he is one of the most arrogant dicks in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, he might not be a fucking racist or anything.
Sure.
But that doesn't strike me as a person that seems like a motivational, happy person.
Right.
And here's this guy who's been, going back from when Carl Weathers in Predator, when they didn't know it was going to be the movie it was going to be.
Correct.
They had Jean-Claude Van Damme at one point in this goofy fucking red suit, jumping around in the jungle. They're like, what the fuck is this movie? But he being the person that he is, he knew here's Carl Weathers. Here's somebody who I can look up to. And you read his filmography.
Yeah.
He's got other movies. This isn't his first movie.
Right.
But he realized, hey, I've got a chance to learn from somebody who he looked up to,
that he idolized.
Yeah. And in a lot of ways, after The Predator, a lot of his acting chops increased because he was just an Austrian who could barely fucking speak English.
Right.
I love me some Arnold, but there's times where I'm like, even the closed captioning is like, it just says, I don't know what the fuck he just said.
There's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Your guess is as good as mine, bro. I don't know. It's just, as good as God. Yeah, that's all you're gonna hear. But no, man. Like, as for having a hero back in the day, it's not a bad hero.
Not a bad hero to have.
And when
good fucking dude.
And when he went to do his political shit, like in California. That's why he was in the Rundown. Going back to the Rundown, he saw Dwayne Johnson. Saw how Dwayne Johnson was an upcoming fucking superstar.
Wanted to hand off the fucking torch to him, and then
that's what he says. Good luck.
Yeah.
So that's a cool dude. In my
Super
opinion.
cool. I agree.
So
I agree.
I will always go back and watch these goofy commando movies.
I'll tell you what, man.
Where the guns never run out of bullets.
Never run out of bullets, and
the grenades.
All the bullets seem to miss him, and his aim is perfect 900% of the time.
Dude, he's got mods on like a motherfucker.
He kills 3 people with 1 bullet. So
all you see in slow motion.
It happens all the time. It's great.
I love it, man.
Yeah, I do too. Love it.
And nobody can ever take that from me.
No, absolutely.
And I will. My son's a little older. I'll show him some of the.
Yeah.
I show him a little bit of Arnold, but nothing.
You can't get into the Predators and the tearing people apart and any of that shit. So
he definitely can't watch the newest The Predator with Thomas Jane saying, "Fuck my pussy," whatever you say.
Yeah.
Did you say "fuck my pussy"? Stay the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
But no,
Love it.
I'm gonna show my son, be like, this is who I looked up to right here.
Yeah.
In the end, a pretty cool motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
cool dude.
Full of testosterone. Be like, this was a fucking real man back in the day.
Yeah.
We didn't have Twilight and Edward.
Hey man, I'll tell you what though. You want to talk about like up and coming stars that are just.
Oh no, I'm looking at fucking Tenet over there.
Yeah.
And I watched it.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. That's a bad motherfucker right there.
I'm rooting for the Batman movie.
Yeah,
man.
me too. Cool, man. So, anything else that you want to be able to add to this the first time that you're on the podcast?
No, man.
Awesome.
I'd like to come back and do it again.
Shit, dude. It was great having you here, and expect a little bit more from Mr. Calvin Weiss in the future. So,
awesome.
All right. Later, guys.